everyone, welcome to Craft Addict K. I am Carla and welcome to my channel. I apologize for the extra lights, the glare, but the glasses, I can't see without them, so I have to wear them. I will try and tilt my head so you don't get any reflections from the light. I gotta figure that out. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. This is a channel about cross stitch. Primarily, I called it Craft Addict K. I'm kind of toying if I want to change the name, but I don't know what I'd change it to. I'm not that creative. But this is a channel primarily about my cross stitch. It does have some kind of family things too, because at some point I will pass on from this world, and when I do, I hope that my family will be able to look back and smile and remember some of the things that we did together. Maybe. Or, you know, maybe by then YouTube will be obsolete and we'll be living in Mars. Who knows? But today is November 3rd. I hope you all remember to turn back your clocks yesterday. This is going to be my October 2024 wrap up. I recently got out of the shower, so the hair is the hair, but I gotta tell you, the elephant in the room is the board behind me. The two boards behind me, because as you know, I started a spinning game. This has been the first full month of my spinning game, and I far exceeded my challenges. So I am doing something, and we'll talk about it at the end of the video. But right now, let's get into the cross stitch. Let me welcome you. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming. Please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe below. I do try to do a video every month with my wrap up and to let you know what I've been stitching on, how it's progressed. And I'm starting to my husband's helping me with a new camera, which I'm not using for this video this time. He'll be very disappointed, but I didn't want to wait anymore to get the video out. So he is going to be doing some things with the new camera. Hopefully that will help with some of the lighting issues, and the microphone. Anyways, I have jumped down a whole bunch of rabbit holes. I want to tell you, I have two FFOs, and an FFO, if you don't know, means fully finished object. I will tell you, I did not fully finish them. My dear friend Wendy fully finished them for me and gave them to me at the retreat. I had two retreats this month. One was the Western PA Eastern Ohio Facebook group. They do a spring retreat and a fall retreat. It's more of a sit and stitch with a group of friends. There's about 30, I think, of us that stay at a hotel in Warren, Ohio, and for the weekend. And it's a great hotel. It's a great space. And the staff there have been wonderful. We've been doing this for a few years now. It's really low key. But it was a lot of fun. This time, Corinne and Colleen from Grace Notes Fabrics came, and they brought some of their fabrics. So, you know, I have some haul to share with you. The other retreat that I went to was a group of friends, and we rent a house together. There's 10 of us, and we rent a house on Lake Chautauqua in New York, which is about a 2-hour drive from me. I'm from Western Pennsylvania, for those that are new to the channel. And about 10 of us, we stayed for the weekend and look out over the lake while we stitch and talk and have a great time. And so, I don't know, there's got to be a verbiage, because like when I think retreat, I think like Grace Notes Fabrics retreat. There's trunk shows, there's products, there's a brag table and all kinds of things going on. Those are like big retreats, but there's also smaller, little condensed stitching with your friends that could be a retreat, but I don't want to confuse anyone to think that there's this big retreat. It's a retreat because we're getting away with friends. I think I went down a whole rabbit hole somewhere, but it's not like a big Steel City Stitcher retreat, which, by the way, I will be going to first weekend in April. Steel City Stitchers retreat. I believe they are up to the waiting list. I'm also doing the Grace Notes Fabric retreat in August of 2025. So, and they are on the wait list. So if you are interested in either one of those retreats, make sure you check them out. Get on the wait list. You never know. As it gets closer to the time, people tend to have things that pop up and they have to drop out. And if your name's on the wait list, you may get in. That's how I've gotten into some of these. And once you're in like Flynn. So let's talk about my finishes. Okay, so I have a finish. I have two fully finishes. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you because it's right here in front of me. And this was finished by my friend, like I said, Wendy. She likes finishing things. I don't, but she does. Oh, there's part of this missing. Let me see. Oh, here it is. I got haul. I need to move this out of the way because, you know, 2 retreats. You don't go to 2 retreats and not come back with some kind of haul. All right. So the first one that I stitched, and this is, I don't know the pattern. It was passed along to me in a Pass the Stash. And I passed it along to somebody else. And I didn't write down the details of this pattern, but it was really fun stitch. So here we go. This is the first one, and it's Merry Christmas. And she also finished and found me this little house so I can sit this up and display it like so at work. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So she put this on a foam board, and this feels like fabric, so I don't know if she put the fabric on here or if she purchased it this way and then added this, but is it not perfect? I love it. So that is the first finish and fully finished, and this will go to my office at work, and it will sit up on one of my cabinets for my staff, for me. So I'm really excited about that. So that is one of my fully finishes. And the other one, true to season, and this is amazing. She finished this for me, and this one is by Lila Studio. It's the Halloween Quaker, and it is a perfect. She found this frame for $8. $8, y'all. Look at this. And this is my Halloween Quaker. I love the frame. She said I was going to paint it, but she decided not to. I'm glad she didn't. I love this piece. I stitched this. I believe this is on a piece of Grace Notes fabric. I'm fairly certain it is. But is that frame not perfect? So I do have a question. And if some of you could answer for me, what do you do with your fully finishes like this that's framed, but it's not the Halloween season? Do you leave them up somewhere? Do you put them away and just only pull them out during the holidays? Like, what do you do with them when it's not October? Let me know in the comments below, because I don't know. Am I weird that I like that? I mean, I still have my Easter stuff hanging up that I stitched because I like to look at what I stitched. All right, so that would be my second FFO. I had a finish this month. Hold on. All right, so this is Seeking Refuge by Scarlet House. I fully finished it October. I fully finished it. Oh, let me tell you. I can tell you. Looks like October 5th. I finished it. I did 24,085 stitches in the month of October. This has been the highest stitching month I have had all year. And I didn't look at last year's stats, but I'm pretty sure it's higher than any month I did last year. So either the spinning game's working, the extra retreat time and not working helped me, but that's nice. I'm very happy with those numbers. Anyways, here we go. So I did do a conversion slightly from the normal colors. I changed whitewash. It was Weeks Dye Works whitewash was called for on this up here, this top border. However, I felt like when I put the whitewash on it, it blended with my fabric and you couldn't see it. So I changed it to Weeks Dye Works straw. And I used straw instead of the whitewash. The other thing I did with this pattern is the actual pattern, which I can pull down here. The actual design has a black thing across the bottom with flowers, and I didn't want to stitch all that black. So instead what I did was I added another row of the green stripe along the bottom. And it says, when the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul, seeking refuge with needle and thread, the angst and anxiety I no longer dread. No longer I dread, sorry. This was started during COVID, and it was a birthday start for me. So it was in June when COVID was going on and everybody was on restrictions, and this was a birthday start for me. I also left 2 lights on in my house. If you notice, this room up in the top right here left a light on, and a light on down here. So I jokingly say I'm up in my stitching room and my husband's downstairs watching TV. So, and the KP is my initials. Love it. And I do know that one of my trees is closer to the house than the other one. I wasn't tearing everything out when I realized the mistake I made, and I think it's fine. I still like it, and it's called Stitcher's Prerogative. So that is my FO, fully finished, FO is a finished object. So that's that. Okay. So I'm replacing that. So I wanted to show you what I'm going to be replacing it with. Since it's sitting right here in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm doing a stitch along. Oh my goodness, yes, a stitch along. Because you know, the stitch along is a stitch along. I like the stitch alongs. Okay, so I'm doing a stitch along. As I've said, I want you to join with us and do the stitch along. It is Once Upon a Fairy Tale, Max Colors. There we go. This is, I'm doing it with Carla and Lydia from Lydia Stitches, and Carla's, I think, is the Stitchy Witch is her name of her channel. This is, artwork is by Jenna Della Grottaglia Maldonado. I probably butchered that. It's a Heaven and Earth design. I want to stitch this because I want it to hang on the door coming in. Because to me, when I look at her, that's what I see. Let me get this out of there. When I look at her, that is exactly what I see. Like she is sneaking off to her room, like her secret place in the door. So I love it. So I've already started this, but instead of it being a whip of not getting any focus, I decided to put this in the spot where I had Seeking Refuge. So it did not get any stitches this month, but it will in the coming month. And I just wanted to show you where I am so far with it. So I have a long ways to go. I started the stair-step method. Then I opted to do the Royal Rose. I thought that might be a little bit more fun. I got tired of the dark colors, and I've been working my way across the top. You can see there's some leaves. I think this is about a little over the halfway across the top. So I got a ways to go yet, but this will get some attention. It's a bigger piece. It's long, but it has officially made it into my focus. It'll be added to my board when we do the board at the end of the video. So I just wanted to show it to you, and it will get itself put onto some scroll rods that will stay on scroll rods until I'm done or until it goes back into the storage. So that is that. And this is in a, I believe this is a black, no, my mom made this, or somebody made this for me. Can't remember, one of my family members, but that's that. Okay, so let's get into the stitches. All right, got my stitching list here. This is in no particular order. So, first one up I'm going to tell you is Stargazer. Stargazer got 1,431 stitches. So let's see. I will insert a picture here as to where I started at. And this is where I made it to. So a lot of you like seeing Stargazer, and it looks like I did my stitches along here. So I haven't made it over to the end yet. Maybe that'll happen in November. This is a focus piece for me. My quarter goal on this one is 10,000 stitches in a quarter, and I still have 8,000 stitches to make it by the end of December to reach that quarterly goal. So it's got a big goal on it, but I think it can happen. It can happen. So that was Stargazer. And this is in my black Cat X Stitchery bag. Tiffany makes on, she has a shop. And so I love her scroll bags. She will custom make them if you give them her sizes. If you tell her what you want for fabric, if you send her your fabric, she will make them. If you want her to purchase fabric, she will purchase it, send you pictures so you can. I have some that's on order now. I'm waiting to get. I'm excited to get. So that would be Black Cat X Stitchery. And I will put her link in her description box below. Her name is Tiffany. This one is, oh, Huckleberry Farm. Okay, so Huckleberry Farm, I was diligently working on 3,568 stitches. So I will put in here where I was. Sorry. It is also in a Black Cat X Stitchery bag. This one's a little long, so I'd ordered a shorter one for, because I used this from a different project. I am doing this one. Oh, by the way, Stargazer's on 25 count. It's one of her one on 25 count. This one I am doing on Grace Notes Fabrics, Barbara, on a 25 count. Also doing 1/1. And bear with me. Hopefully I showed you where I was. I did a lot. And here is where I am now. So this, probably should loosen this up. I started this project at the butterfly and in the center as the butterfly. So that's where I started it. And then I kind of worked my way over and then up the side. Now this time when I had it out, I did finish the house. I finished this barren mountains and I did these berries in this side. So I'm starting down. Once I fill in those berries, I'll probably roll the scroll and you won't see the house as much because I'm going to work on the bottom half of this pattern. And I will try to look and put in a picture here of what it will look like finished as well, so you can see. And this is 25 count Barbara fabric. And I'm doing it 1/1, and it has been so much fun to stitch on. You can tell I'm not centered across my fabric. I'm going to have to cut some off whenever I go to FFO it, but I don't care. I really don't. So there you go. That's Huckleberry Farm. And Huckleberry Farm was receiving some love. And I am doing it with the called for colors. So it's all the weeks and I haven't swapped anything out on it, at least not yet. And I'll slide that down in there. Okay. Oh, let's see. This one is Phantom of the Opera. You have not seen this at all this year. This is the first time I've worked on Phantom of the Opera, and I put 1,897 stitches on it. It is on 25 count easy grid. I have taken it off of my Q-snaps because I really am just not feeling the Q-snaps right now. I'm liking the scroll rods. And part of my recent haul, I picked up, I know, these scroll rods. They're made in England. They are the, oh goodness gracious. What is the name? They begin with the M. They begin with an M, I believe. This is from Needle Needs. They are handmade. Oh, I can't tell you. I can't remember what it's called. Corinne, help me out. Tell me in the comments below. I know you know what the names of these are, because I tried these at Grace Notes Retreat, and because she had hers there, and I tried them there, and I really liked them. So move that out of the way. Here is Phantom of the Opera. So this time around, when I had it out, I did a lot of stitches up here. And I worked on the chandelier. I'm kind of working to bring the chandelier down, and then I'll roll the scroll rods and do the bottom portion. But I've just been kind of working from the top, trying to even stuff up, get moved down. You can see my needle minders, my Jack and Sally. It was gifted to me from a viewer, and I'm so sorry I don't remember your name, but I love these needle minders. You can't go wrong with Jack and Sally. So 1,897 stitches on Phantom of the Opera. This is an Amy Stewart design. It is a Heaven and Earth quick stitch. It is part of the Heroes and Heroines shelf. And somebody made it into a smaller quick stitch. So, and this is also in one of my black Cat X Stitchery bags. This is one of my oldest full coverages that I have going. So this is a focus for this year to get some progress. All right, how we doing so far? You having fun seeing what I've been up to? Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, so this is Moons Out, Brooms Out by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I am stitching this on, let's see, a Grace Notes fabric called Accidental. I'm doing it on 25 count. I started this last December. And I am having a blast with this one. This will probably be a finish. I don't know if it'll make it a finish this year, but I'm going to try. It is on scroll rods, so let me loosen it up because I went far enough that I had to roll my scroll rods. I know. Who am I? All right. You ready for this? Here we go. So this is where I am on Moons Out, Brooms Out. So I have my houses, everything done. This is 1/1 on 25 count Grace Notes Fabrics Accidental. So I got the houses done, the tree. I'm working on the broom. You can see her lower legs, some bats and whatnot. So, and I have my needle minders on here is the Mothman. I made into a needle minder from a trip that my daughter and my husband and I took to go see the Mothman down in West Virginia. They have a museum, believe it or not. And then I have a Cheshire cat that I got from, I believe, the Daily 30 group out of their boutique. So there is how far I am. So I just have her, this huge moon, some more words. But I think, you know, I like stitching on it. So, and this is small. You can tell this is not my big pieces. This is definitely a smaller piece, but I can take that with me when I go to retreats and stitch on it easily. I have my floss for this is all DMC. I'm using all DMC, and I put it on a girls trip that I got from my sister at one of my retreats. For a floss drop, it holds, I want to say there's, no, 24. So it holds 24 colors. And so I got all the colors there. And I basically took my copy of the back and I numbered 1 to 24 down the symbols. So now I know what the symbols are. I just match it up to the number. So that's how I manage that. See? If you're able to see that, that's how I did that. All right. So that is Moons Out, Brooms Out. I put my grime guard back on here because Pongo's over there shaking. So this is the rods I have are roller frame, sorry, and this is a 12-inch rod, which is another nice thing about doing things on the 25 count fabric and doing it 1/1. Is it takes smaller rods. So, I don't know. And I have this in my Gayron Stitchery bag. That was a Halloween bag that I had from Gayron Stitchery. And this, I have a bunch of these bags because they were great for my Q snaps. They don't work so well for my scroll rods though. So, there's that. Gayron Stitchery, check them out. Did I say how many I did on that? Moons Out, Brooms Out. I did 3,100 stitches on that one. Oh, this was a fun one. Amazing Animal Kingdom. 2,127 stitches in my bag. This is on 25 count. Amazing Animal Kingdom is by Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a big one, as you can tell. And this is where I am. So I finished the peacock. We got the monkeys done, the birds done. There's a frog on the book. Down here is a little monkey behind the big elephant. And I've started across the top of the books, and I've got that elephant's booty done. So we're working on that. And there's even a bird over here. Every time I stitch on this, I find something. So it's been fun to stitch on. Every time I do, I find something new. And this is on my Omnic frame. So, it's going to be big, but I don't mind. And I think this is, you know what, let me double check. One of my projects is on 28. No, I have 25 count. So, I do have one of them. I know I've started one of mine on 28. I don't remember which one it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out when I pull it out. But that's Amazing Animal Kingdom. And Amazing Animal Kingdom, I met my quarterly goal. So, it will not get pulled out again until the next quarter in January. Actually, I went over my quarterly goal, which was, I was wanting to do 1,500 stitches a quarter, and I did over that 2,127, so I am over that for the quarter. Now, I may adjust the quarter goals on my spinner game. I just want to see how it works here this first quarter, so I may do some adjustments and increase some of them. Next is Alligator Girl. This is by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She is on 25 count, easy grid, and Alligator Girl got 1,980 stitches. She has also exceeded her quarterly goal, which was 1,500, by almost 2,000 stitches. So it will go away until next quarter, so we won't see it again until January of 2025, when the new quarter starts. And this is where we are. So this has been a lot of fun. There you can see the cabin. This time when I had her out, I finished over here and I started across here. So I'm working my way across and I'm working this down. And I almost decided to start rolling the top, but the way it sits in my gust stand, I decided to just kind of leave it as it is until I can get probably another row, and then I'll roll it. But this is where I am. Whoop, let me see. This is where I am. I'm kind of fighting with my other stuff that's on this table. So I'm hoping that you're seeing, because I can't see what you're seeing. So if you're not seeing it, I'm sorry, but hopefully you are. Really like it. I love the colors. This one I have fun stitching. Well, I mean, I have fun stitching on all of them, let's be honest. But I really like the full coverages. I make less mistakes on full coverages. But, all right, Alligator Girl. So that you won't see again until January. The next one we have is Little House Needleworks, Little House Neighborhood. And I think this is, yep. So this is what it will look like when it's complete. This was a pass the stash. It came to me from my friend in Australia. It's on a piece of Paddock Lane Designs, and Little House Neighborhood I put 1,192 stitches on this month. Bear with me here. I have it wrapped in a Garon scroll wrap, but it's a little bit big for the project, so I put some binder clips on the end, so I kind of made my own bag. This is where I am currently. I finished the blue house, the grass, brought the tree down. I still have some stuff to do here, some leaves on the tree. There is, you can't really see very well right now, you will when it's done, but there is a sheep right here that's done in white. I don't believe this is all DMC. Yeah, all DMC. I didn't change any of the colors. And let's just go up to the top. Let's see if you can. So there's the top. It's completely finished. See the squirrels. I really have been enjoying stitching on this. Now this one I am doing 2 threads over 2. So I'm doing 2 over 2 on here. And that's as far as I am. I'm really getting close. Where's my working copy? I'm really getting close, as you can tell. I just have to do this bottom section, right? In that big house there at the bottom and a couple of trees, right? How about that? You think I can get that done in the next 2 months? We'll see. We will see. If not, it will definitely be a finish in the next year. All right, so let me finagle this back in. If I don't put these back into the bags and whatnot when I'm doing it, it is a nightmare to get everything organized whenever I'm finished. So I try and put everything. Look at the color palette for that, by the way. Look at those autumny fall colors. I don't know. I'm an autumn person, I think. Okay. So we will kind of tuck this down in here. Velcro that all together. Pongo saying hi. Give it a little tie up here so I don't lose anything. Right? I know. Bear with me. So, out of 14 projects, I've hit 13 of them. I'm pretty impressed with that. Chocolate, more chocolate. This is 2,454 stitches. It is a Randall Spangler pattern. And I took this to retreat and had a lot of fun. This was a random act of kindness, otherwise known as a RAK, R-A-K, random act of kindness, from Corinne and Colleen from Grace Notes Fabrics. They sent this to me last year, and I wanted it because of the Oreo cookies. My Rachel is an Oreo cookie fanatic. She loves her Oreo cookies, and so that's kind of who I was stitching it for. But this is where I've gotten to. So you can see my dragon, and this is a Heaven and Earth design. It's a quick stitch. Don't know how quick it will be, but it will be a finish in the coming year. And I said 2,454 stitches, 1 over 1 full cross. I don't do tent. I don't do continental. My brain will not. I automatically revert back. So it does me no good to try it anymore. I gave up on that. Now the next one is Dressed Monkey on the Throne. Dressed Monkey on the Throne, my friend Lori is kind of shaming me because she just started hers and she's almost up to where I am. And so I said, well, I'm going to finish mine before you finish yours. Well, I don't know that I will, but this is Dressed Monkey on the Throne. How cute is she? When you're stitching this, it really kind of freaks you out because there's greens in the monkey and stuff, so it's kind of weird. But this is where I am. I unscrolled here. So you can see her. And we named her, I believe, Lucy. Lucy the monkey is the name we came up with. And so I am down where her dress and her hands. So the next time I have her out, I'm going to continue to work over here. I'm trying to just kind of get everything leveled out so I can really give it one good final scroll up. And as you can tell, I did not grid this fabric. This is some kind of an oatmeal Aida fabric. I'm not a fan of the fabric, but it was started as a joke. I've told the story on here before. It was started as a joke. I really didn't anticipate that I would still be stitching it, but I am still stitching it because now I have to finish it because my husband wants it for our guest bathroom to hang beside the picture of a monkey's butt that he took at the zoo when he was at the zoo with the kids one time, that he had framed to hang in the bathroom. So now he thinks she needs to go up there too and be looking at the monkey's butt. He calls it a conversation piece. I call it a boy being a 12-year-old. That's what I call it. But to each his own. This is being stitched 2 over 1, and it is not gridded, so I really try to work off of where I was, I left the threads parked. So, and it's all DMC. And I've gotten a couple of zeros already, so there is some colors that are no longer being used that I put back into my stash. I took it off of my floss cards, you can tell. Took it off and put it back so it can be used in other projects. Okay, we're getting there. 3 more, I think. We were busy. Land of the Free. Land of the Free, I did, let's see, 1,176 stitches on. This is by Kimberly Mueller. I think I have my working copy right here. This is my working copy. I absolutely changed all of the colors for the most part. I did a lot of conversion on this one. I'm using a lot of Victoria Motto threads for the houses, but this is where I am. So I have worked more on the tree, bringing it up, brought this tree up, put the birds in, finished this red house, started this one. I believe this house is will be a blue house, and then there's another house. I put some of the words down here, the land of the free, and it will say because of the brave. And I really am enjoying stitching on, and it's just a random piece of even weave. I don't even know, like an ivory even weave, not even sure where I got it, but the piece was big enough, so that's what I'm using. So, land of the free. Hitting my magnets back there, or as other people like to call them, needle minders. All right. Next project up is, this might be the last one actually, a Tisket a Tasket. Yay me! I started my SAL with Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher, and so this one I did 1,600 stitches on. It is a new start for October. I'm gonna take it out. Tisket a Tasket is by Rosewood Manor. I am doing this on 25 count Grace Notes Fabrics Daniel. I started it October 28th. And a Tisket a Tasket, this is the pattern. I'm using the called for flosses, and this is where I have gotten to. So I am still up in this border coming across. I really thought I would get like a pop of color. Like the whites and things would pop off of this. I'm just not sure that they are, but I do like that it's on a colored fabric. So that's where I am. This is 1/1, 25 count Daniel Grace Notes Fabrics, but I was trying to kind of do something different. This seemed to me, although it's beautiful, I felt like the colors were getting washed out with the fabric on the model. So I thought I'd give this a try. A little out of my comfort zone, a little beyond what I usually stitch, but the SAL, we're supposed to, I believe, have the border done by February, I think is how she has it broken down. Nancy has a video on that if you want to check her out. I will put her down in the description box below if I haven't already, but I'm pretty sure she's already down there. So that has made a start. Okay. Those were all of my projects and all of my WIPS that I stitched on for the month of October. So I wanted to talk about a couple of, sorry about that, it blinked off because I ran out of time. So I was just going through and rechecking everything to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. So, and of course, I always remember that I've forgotten something. I want to do some honorable mentions. The Western PA Eastern Ohio group is a Facebook group. It is based in Ohio. I just do some events there as far as like some stitching challenges. We're currently doing a USA challenge where we're stitching the letters of the different states, in the United States, and there's 4 different levels, and we're trying to do all 4 levels, and it's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into it on this channel. But it is a great group of people. If you're interested, you do not have to live in Western PA or Eastern Ohio. You can certainly join the challenges we do every other week. I post a 2-week challenge. They're new people that are new to challenges. It's a good place to kind of dip your toe in and try things out. Right now, we're learning all about Michigan. We did just do a trick or treat for Halloween, and currently this weekend we have an auction going on with some freebie stuff that I've picked up or people have sent me. So as people can auction, they can bid with the tokens that they've earned by participating in the different challenges. Another group I want to talk about is Grace Notes Fabrics, because Grace Notes did this month had a fundraising effort for Hurricane Helene in North Carolina, and so she did, with a group of people, some suggestions. She did a fabric dye specific for Hurricane Helene, with the proceeds going to Good Samaritan's Purse, which is a group that is helping the people down in North Carolina, in Georgia, Tennessee, and all the states that were affected by that massive hurricane. And I haven't gotten mine yet. I will get it at the end of the month, I am sure. But it is beautiful. I have seen it. And I don't think you can order them anymore, because she's already made her deposit to Good Samaritan's Purse. And I believe it was over $4,000. So that's just from the community jumping in. So I'm excited to get that. She also has a Facebook group that has challenges. And if you haven't joined her, I highly encourage you to. I will put her link in the description box below as well. She does, currently she's doing a monthly, like a kennel. You can have your own kennel. We've done cats and dogs and bunnies. I'm waiting until we start doing lizards. I don't know about that. And unusual exotic pets. I don't know about that. But there's different animals you stitch for. Like last month we had 30 rabbits. So we stitched 500 stitches for each rabbit. At the end of the month, however many rabbits you got entered into a drawing. If you stitched on Grace Notes Fabrics, you got 2 entries for every rabbit you collected for the end of the month for the drawing. And I have won. So, and I know other people that have won. So, and I've gotten the fabric. It's probably mixed in with my haul, to be quite honest, because who knows. But I did win a piece of Grace Notes Fabrics, a fat quarter, and I think it's awesome. And it's a great way to see what other people are stitching on when they're stitching on Grace Notes Fabrics, because that's how I ended up with the piece of Daniel. Because at Grace Notes Retreat, my friend Lynn was stitching a cow on that fabric, and it just popped. The colors just popped on it, and it just loved it. So many pieces of Daniel sold that weekend, and I think that's because they saw Lynn stitching on hers, and it was beautiful. So please check them out. So those are going to be my honorable mentions for this October wrap-up. But I also want to talk to you about Heaven and Earth Designs. Heaven and Earth Designs is doing a 2025 SAL, and a SAL is a stitch along. And they did this last year, and from what I understand, they've done this in years past. I just didn't know about it. They did it last year, and I didn't jump on the bandwagon because I had my own plans. And I had FOMO all year long because I didn't jump in to participate before the cutoff. They have opened it up to sales. There are 12 patterns, okay? So here's how it works. And I will try and put the picture in here, but here is the premise of how it works. For $15, you go to Heaven and Earth's website. You purchase the Haid 2025 SAL. You have, I am so sorry. I think Rachel decided it was time to call me and doesn't realize that I'm doing a video. All right, so where was I? You go to Heaven and Earth Designs website on the internet, and you take your $15. You purchase the Haid 2025 SAL. Okay, costs $15. That $15 gets you your choice of 12 projects that once you purchase, you get a purchase number. Then you go to the Facebook group and you try to get it, but you go to get into the Haid 2025 SAL Facebook group. It requires you to have your purchase order number to be able to get access to the Facebook group. In the Facebook group, there is a survey where you can pick one of the 12 patterns that you want to commit that you will do 6 pages on in the next year in 2025. So that's not all. All right, so if you finish 6 pages of that, the HAID that you choose out of the 12 that are being offered, and you pick one, you do 6 pages, at the end of the year, you get all 12 patterns. This all costs $15, right? Not $15 each, $15, all 12 patterns are yours free and clear. If you do a complete finish of the project that you chose out of those 12, if you fully complete the project, you get 1 free Heaven and Earth design from the website. Any design that you want, you get it for free. That's fantastic too, right? There's more. If 1,000 people pay their $15 to sign up and just participate, you don't have to do it. You don't have to put a stitch in, but just 1,000 people pay their $15 to get and participate in this event. There is another pattern by Dragon Muse that is all participants get for free. If 2,000 people sign up to do this, just signs up. That's all you gotta do. Just sign up. Then you will get this pattern, and I'll try and hopefully I'm inserting the pictures in here. And that I believe is by Donna Gelsinger. Sorry, a snippet of Donna Gelsinger. If 3,000 people you sign up, you will get this pattern. And this is all, so now we're up to 3 free patterns if 3,000 people sign up to just participate, okay, in this event. You will get this pattern, and this is by Richard Lorenz. Then if we get 4,000 people sign up to do this Heaven and Earth Design SAL 2025, just sign up to participate, spend their $15, they're going to get, in addition, this pattern, and this is by Amy Stewart, I believe. It's a snippet out of one of hers. Now, all of these last 4 patterns are all snippets or smaller projects of a bigger pattern, but you know, they're free for you. Well, I say it's going to cost you $15. Okay? Okay. We're almost at 1,000 people to sign up. But guess what? You have to sign up before December 13th. If you wait until after December 13th, you're going to be like me last year. Fear of missing out. You're going to be watching everybody else's stitches, encouraging each other on, and you're going to be SOL. In other words, shit out of luck, if you don't know what that means. SOL. So don't be SOL. Don't have FOMO like me. Spend the $15. If you have it, spend it. You're going to get some free pattern, number 1 out of the 12 you're going to pick. You're going to get at least the Dragon Muse, because we're near 1,000 already, and it just started this weekend to open up for sales. So there's 2. You're spending $15. To me, that's a no-brainer. Okay? So what did I do? Of course, I've already got my project. Already got my fabric on the scroll rods. My project is 292 stitches by 292 stitches. If you haven't done a full coverage, maybe this is a great opportunity for you to give it a try, because there's lots of people doing it. There's lots of people on the website encouraging each other. We got Team Flamingo and Team Bunny and Team Steampunk Portal, and there's Team Lion, and all kinds of stuff going on the Facebook group. So here it is, empty and blank. Nothing on it, but it's on my scroll rods. It's ready to go. And which one did I decide to do? I'm going to show you. The artwork is by L&L Designs, and this is called Innocent Dreams. So this is the one I opted to do. It is a baby bunny sleeping in a head of cabbage. So Heaven and Earth Designs, SAL, Innocent Dreams, and I believe this is one of the higher ones that has sold. I have my floss list printed. I'm gonna stitch this mostly from my master set because I was looking at my floss list, and most, like, there's a couple of them that have bigger stitches, like of course 310 has 5,000 stitches, but some of these are like 24 stitches, 21 stitches, 24 stitches, 79 stitches. I'm not gonna kit that up. So I'm just gonna pull this directly out of my master set that I sit beside in my stitchy spot, and I'm ready to go. So how it happens is they send out pages by quarter. So January 1st, the first release will come out of the first, I think it's 4 pages, 3 or 4 pages on the first release. And then in the next quarter, the next batch of pages, and then the next batch of pages. I am told by people that have been successful this year with doing their SAL is it's important to keep up and stitch each quarter, you know, give yourself, like, try and keep up with it as the releases are coming out so that at the end of the year, you're not trying to play catch up. I get that. So that's part of my haul is I have a SAL. Let me show you some more haul or gifts. I should show you gifts. Ugh, I know it's a lot. Bear with me. I got this gift and I want to show this to you. This is from my sister. I'm going to cover up my address. But this came from Erin with Steel City Stitchers. And if you go to her website, it's Cat On Creativity and Cat On Creations. I stand corrected. She is in Pittsburgh, and this is out of the Steel City Stitchers. And what it is whoops, I got an advent, and this is from my sister. She got me an advent. They're all individually. Now, I don't know if she asked her to do that, but I wanted to share it with you. There's 25 different ornaments in here ready to go. But I wanted to share it with you because it's not too late if you want to get something before the end of the year for yourself, before December, so you can join. So I will be doing my Advent. I'm going to start it December 1st. So I'm excited about that. Those kind of stitches will go into my miscellaneous section up there on my board behind me. So, okay. So there's that. I'm going to say her name wrong. Darby? I know I'm saying her name wrong. At Grace Notes Retreat, there was a lady that had made these for her table. These are for her table mates. And I commented about how neat it was. And so she made me one and sent it to me in the mail. And she sent me some for the rest of the team. So it folds up really flat. I don't know how she makes it, but it's really cool. And I love it. And it sits in my stitchy spot. So I wanted to share that with everyone. It's so neat. So neat. When I was at Grace Notes, I got the Unstitcher. That helps you take your stitches out. I purchased a yard of 25 count easy grid fabric from Grace Notes Fabrics. I asked her to bring that for me to the retreat. Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was 25 count. So I have this ready for whenever my hankering strikes me to start another WIP, because that's what I do. And I'm going to show you all of my different Grace Notes fabrics. Okay? So, some of these I've had in my stash, and I might have shown you before. This was from the bag from the Grace Notes retreat and it's called Roasted in Grace. And it's just an 1/8. And I was going to stitch something on this, and I pulled it out for that reason, and I think it was going to be Main Street. And I haven't started Main Street yet, and that's probably how it ended up back into this container of stuff to share with you, is because of that. This was a mystery. It's a 32 count. Her mystery is one and dones. But I like this color, and these colors are true. So this is a 32 count even weave called Mystery. This is Matcha Blanca. It's a fat half 28 count. And I did get a fat half of this one. Thought it made a nice, it's like a pinkish hues to it. Boy, this is going to be a long video. I hope you guys got your drinks, got your coffee, got all your stuff. You don't go to 2 retreats and come home with nothing. This is a 28 count Lugana Kenneth. I did get a full yard of this because I really liked it. I think if you put some whites on there, that's going to pop. But I really liked it, so I got it. I got a yard of that, and I'm not sure what I'm doing on it yet. But let's see. We have another mystery. This is an 8th 28 count. And her mysteries are basically, they're misdyes. They were intended to come out a certain way. They didn't come out a certain way. Here's another 28 count mystery. And I don't have any like little, I hate the, I told you I got lots of fabric. This is a, let's see, fat half Ada called Misty Mountain. And I'm doing a mystery SAL in February, and it requires Ada fabric is what the organizer wanted. And I don't really have Ada so I was looking to purchase kind of some neutral Adas so I can figure out what project I'm going to do. Now that I figured out what project I'm going to do, I don't know that that's the right color for it. So here's another mystery. I was shopping her mystery bin when she was at, I got these at the Western PA Eastern Ohio group when she took hers. This is Ariel. This one had spots, so she offered it at a discount. Do you see the spots? I don't see the spots. But it does say it has them. Won't bother me any. Oh, there it is. There's a little, look. Can you see it? That little spot right there. I'm not going to care about that. Not one little bit. This is Lugana 28 count called Mosaic. And the reason why I'm showing you all of these is because Christmas is coming. If there's a color that you like, you know, check out her website. You can order anything, but probably the mystery you can't. But she may have some mysteries on there. I don't know. This is 32 count Lugana Under the Sea. Oh, I like this. Now see, this would work for my, I got to keep that. Okay. So this would work for the project that I want to do in Ada. I'm going to have to send her a message and ask her if she has any of this in Ada. Because I'm meeting with her at the end of this month at a little get-together for the Grace Notes team to start our planning for next year's retreat and getting stuff together. This is a fat half called Spring Breeze. It's a Lugana 20 count. Very neutral. I don't have any 20 count. And I thought I'd give 20 count a try. And so I picked a neutral piece. And we'll see what goes on it. Not sure what I'll put on there. It might get a full coverage. It's a pretty big piece to do that. I could do that. Okay. So that would be the fabric that I purchased. Then let's talk about the patterns that I purchased from Grace Notes while she was there. Because this one I blame on Lydia. Because I'm watching her stitch this. And I was like, are you kidding me? So, lady, what is this? Madame Chantilly Summer. The Tears. She's been stitching this. It's beautiful. So then I had to get Autumn, because she had Autumn. And I had to get Winter. And, of course, I had to get Love, because February's coming. Not like it will get started before then. But, boy, wouldn't that look good on that 20 count? Maybe that's where that will go. I don't know. I haven't measured anything. Some of these might go on to some of those fat 8s I got. And then I got Love Bees from Madame Chantilly. They're all those tears, and I don't know why. They were calling to me. I got a Cross Stitch Club, Welcome to the North Pole. I got Betsy Ross Quaker. And this is by Twin Peak Primitives. Betsy Ross Quaker. I got another one by Twin Peak Primitives called Thanksgiving Quaker. Oh, and ambulance just went by. Sorry about that. And then, you know, Carla saw this, somebody was stitching this, and so I had to purchase it. Got Pain Free Crafts. It's from Pain Free Crafts. And the reason why I purchased it, as soon as I saw it, I love the colors, number one. And my husband tells me all the time about these tree frogs in Puerto Rico. So when I saw it, I thought, oh, these are bright colors. This like talks to me that it's Puerto Rico. To me, it was Puerto Rico, I guess. Because of the bright colors and the stories he's told me about, you know, frogs. And let me just tell you, a boy and frogs, okay? It's called Feeling Froggy. And it's artwork by Sue Richter. I'm not sure. And it's Pain Free Crafts. I got it kitted up and had it mailed to me. Have not started it yet, but it's ready to go. I think I got 28 count. Yep, 28 count. So it'll be 18 by 18. And how they come, if you've never gotten a kit from Pain Free Crafts, you can see there's a bag, a nice big bag, and in the bag has the fabric, and it's tied with a bow, right? So you got the fabric. Not going to be a huge one, but I don't know. When I saw it, I needed to have it, you know. It also comes with your floss on drops like this. They're not cut at the bottom, so I will have to go through before I start this project and cut the loops. See? So they're not cut at the bottom, but they are on here. I don't know if those are the colors. Maybe they are the colors. So it is by the colors. So it's got the colors and a number. Okay? So aren't those pretty colors? I mean, come on. Aren't those beautiful colors? Oh, I can't wait. So it's already kitted up, which you know me. I hate kitting up. I just, that is not my favorite thing to do. If I'm going to stitch something, I want to stitch it. I don't want to be kitting it up. But they also threw in this needle minder. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a cat. A Halloween cat. So, and that is from Pain Free Crafts. And since I have it out, I'll just go ahead and put them up there on my board so I don't lose it, right? Okay, so all of that is in this bag, right? And all of this is in the other bag. So it's all ready to go. I just need to stick it on. It comes with it was tied up with this really pretty ribbon. So all I need to do is get off my Dukas and get busy, right? Because, you know, I just signed up for a Heaven and Earth SAL, so I don't know that this is going to get done anytime soon. But it's ready to go. I don't have to kit anything up. All right. I did get a gift. It's a bracelet from Debbie runs the Western PA, Eastern Ohio, and her daughter made these for everybody. They're really cool. And it like cinches down. It's kind of cool how she did it. So there's that. And I also ordered some cups from my niece Allison Bendel Boutiques. They've made cups for Grace Notes retreats in the past. And I ordered some cups for some gift ideas. And I had some straws, but I wanted to show you. I'm just now opening them. So we've got the Easter gnomes. How cute are those? So I have that. I have some staff that collect gnomes. And I have some love bugs, gnomes. It's some love. So they come with their straws. Let's see, I got two metal straws, 2 plastic straws. So these are going to be gifts for people this year. So I'm going to put them back in here so I remember where they're at. And all of these things can get put away. And you know what? I'm going to save this for next. Oh, no, I'm not either. I got more to show you. Okay. I'm not done. I forgot to tell you, Grace Notes Fabrics, her sister, Jamie, has also started dyeing floss. And it's the floss, it's cotton floss, and she's dyeing it to match the colors that are coming off of Grace Notes fabric. So while I was there, I ordered some, or grabbed some from her so I could share them with you. I'm going to do a conversion on my project that the project that I was talking about. I'm going to do a conversion for that using these flosses because I love them. So, and it's fun. Why not? It's fun. And it's called Floss Tones. You can order on her website. She does have a tab there that says Floss Tones, and I wanted to share them. They're kind of a mess right now, so bear with me. I'm going to pop some up and show you. And I can't wait to do a conversion with these. I'm excited. So we have, let me show you all these. Look at those colors. Oh! All right, so we have Passion, Lizzie. This is Minuet. Surprise Symphony, because it was supposed to be Symphony, but apparently didn't turn out the way she thought it would, so she made it a surprise. Hannah, bright yellow. And this is Pistachio Frappe. Okay. And I like the surprises. Those are the fun. Those are fun. Pulling up these ones. And I'm going to show you. This is Shuri. You know how I like the names. Trent. It's nice gray. Blue Denim. Great blue. Cappuccino. Elizabeth. And this is a Surprise Symphony number 5. The other one was number 3. That one's number 5. I'm excited for her to be doing this. And, you know, it's such a great family business. And now she's involving her sister even. I think that's amazing. So, here's our last batch. And we'll show you, this is Michael. Blueberry Buckle. Symphony Surprise number 4. Sabrina. Nice pink. That name. Giagasso. I don't know if I said that right. There's Kelly. Surprise Symphony number 1. It's purple. And Amanda, which is a nice pink. So those are the floss tone colors that I purchased from Grace Notes Fabrics. And I'm going to do a conversion on my mystery piece so that these flosses will get sent around to the other people doing that mystery SAL. So let me tell you about this mystery SAL real quick. And then I promise we're going to jump into the spinner game and update the boards. But let me jump into this real quick. So the mystery SAL is being run by my friend Ann Wheeler. Hi, Ann. I hope you're watching. And I hope I get this right. So here's the idea. There's, I think, 10 or 12 of us. I don't have the exact number. It's not starting till February. I have time. So we have Ada fabric. We make a working copy. And we kit up a mystery project that can be broken down for everybody to have a piece to stitch. Okay? We don't know what's going out. We don't know what we're going to get other than we're going to have Ada fabric. We're going to have floss. And we're going to have a pattern. So I can't show it on my video. You're not going to see it. But I'm going to be doing a conversion for mine with different flosses because that's been a lot of fun for me when I participate. It's like a round robin. That's what I should say. It's more of a round robin than a SAL. So it's a round robin. So my project is going to go to somebody, and I'm going to do the start stitch so they have something to count off of before I send it. Then my project and my floss and my working copy will go, I will mail it to the next person on the list. That person is going to stitch and they'll send it, and I'm going to be getting somebody else's project. So I can't show that project on my videos because people watch the videos are also participating in this, and we want it to be a surprise. So nobody knows what it's going to be that you're going to get. And I think it's going to be fun. So I decided what a great way for people to try out these floss tones is if I can convert some of the colors over to the floss tones, I will send this in my mystery project going out so people have a chance to try a different floss dyer. So, kind of fun way to try new things. That's how I tried glow-in-the-dark floss the first time. Was by somebody sent it to me in their package whenever I did the Tiny Modernist, the haunted house. And somebody sent that with their floss, so I got to try that for the first time. I've never done glow-in-the-dark floss before. So that was fun. So, put that over there because that's going with that project too, because, you know, I got plans. So that, you're not going to hear much more about that other than it'll probably be my miscellaneous counts behind us. So, let's talk spinner game. You ready for the spinner game? Okay. Well, the spinner game. Let's do this. I did 24,085 stitches in October. That takes my year-to-date total to 159,670 stitches. So, let's update over here, shall we? Let me do an adjustment here to the tablet. Get you up a little bit. There you go. So you're not looking at my backside. Let me get my markers out. Okay. So 159,000. That puts us here up almost to the 160 mark. I'm almost there. So we're going to color in our temperature guide here. My goal temperature. We're close. I want to get to 200,000. I don't know. I got 2 months left. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I put my starts for the month over here. And as I said, I started Tisket a Tasket. So it is now no longer a start. We're going into November, so we'll get that off of there. And I finished Seeking Refuge. Only one finish, but one finish and one start. That's a win. Let me take that off of there. And these are just command stripped onto my closet doors, to be quite honest. Okay, so this is what I did and how I kept myself, to keep myself on track. I want to go through, this is the spins. This is how many cross stitches I did. That's in the blue. These are my quarter goals. I haven't changed those. And then this is my balance. And I changed it because you'll see down here, well, of course you won't see because there's a blip of light in the way. I don't know which light's causing the glare. Trust me, it says 2,101 and it's in purple because the only project I did not touch in October was my US travel shelf. I got 0 stitches on it. Big fat 0. So, I did, however, have Seeking Refuge become complete. So we are going to take Seeking Refuge out. It is no longer on the board. I'm going to take the, and I did 2,702 on there, so it is no longer part of the board. And I'm going to take off the quarter goal as well. And we are replacing that one. Oh, let me get another marker. Was Once Upon a Fairy Tale. So, let me put that in here. Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Spinner game! Okay. I'm going to leave the quarter goal 4,000 because I overshot. And I don't know if I will get that 4,000 on Once Upon a Fairy Tale, but I'm okay if I don't. However, now I look up here and I did over 2,000. I've met this goal for Alligator Girl. So I am taking that out. I'm taking my spin out. And I'm taking the stitches out. Same thing with Amazing Animal Kingdom. I met my quarter goal. So I'm taking those out. Taking this one out. Taking out this. I will not spin for those this month. Why? Or next month. Because I've met the goal. So I'm going to put X's here. Because those are done for the quarter. Now what I have done is, since I'm no longer doing those and there's 2 projects, I added 2 3,000 stitch spin possibilities on my spinner. So I have the tiny decision wheel, and so to bring people up to speed, I did 10 I think 500s, 10 1,000s, 1,500s, and 2,000s, I believe is the options. If I didn't meet the goal for the month, I add to it. So when I get to US Travel Shelf, whatever I spend, I'm going to have to add $1,000 to it. Tisket Tasket, I didn't meet that goal, so I'm going to add 900 because I have 900 stitches left of this October spin to add to for my November. So when we get there, I will add those to it. Everything else I've exceeded the goal, so I'm good. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take all the ones I exceeded or met the goal. I'm going to go ahead and take their spin out, and I'm going to take my cross stitch numbers out so that we're clean and ready to go, right? Now, I hope I'm not confusing people. I don't know if anybody's playing along. If you are playing along, let me know in the comments below. If you think this is stupid and you don't want me to do it on the channel and just do it on my own, let me know in the comments below. This just helps to keep me accountable. So all of these are red. I know that this month, whenever I do it, I'll do my balance in a different color because that helps me to keep track of which ones I've stitched on and what my true balance is. And you can see some of these, the balance is less than 1,000 stitches. So I could potentially have a lot more that meet the goal in the next month. All right, so let's do blue or purple. We'll do purple. You guys help keep me accountable. Let me pull up my spinning wheel. So once a number comes up on the wheel, then it blackens out, so I can't pull it again. So let's see what we're doing. So here's the wheel, and we just start at the top of the list. So 2,000 stitches. What am I doing? Oh, chocolate, more chocolate's going to get 2,000 stitches. Nice. That'll be a good chunk. 2,000. Okay, next up, dressed monkey. Ugh, 2,000 stitches in dressed monkey. Well, well, well. If I do the 2,000, I'm going to meet my quarterly goal for that one. Next up is Huckleberry. Huckleberry, 1,000. Okay. Land of the Free is next. 3,000 stitches on Land of the Free. Oy. Okay, if I get all those in, that's going to take care of that for December. And 1,000 stitches for Little House Neighborhood. All right, my miscellaneous, we'll go ahead and spin. I don't really care if I meet that. There you go, 500. It's just if I add a project in or something that doesn't fall into these, that's how much I'm allowing myself on a different project. But it doesn't mean I necessarily have to stitch that. 2,000 stitches on Moons Out. Oh, fun, fun. Okay, Phantom is next. 1,000 stitches on Phantom. Once Upon a Fairy Tale, new to this lineup this month. 500 stitches, breaking me in easy on that one, huh? Stargazer is next. 500 stitches on Stargazer. Oh, Stargazer needs to pick it up. Okay, so let me just get a tasket. We needed to add 900 to whatever we roll. So let's see. What are we rolling? 1,000. So it's 1,900 on Tisket a Tasket. U.S. Travel Shelf. We're going to have to add 1,000 to whatever it is, right? Oh, U.S. Travel Shelf, 3,000, because we rolled 2. I have to add 1,000 to it, so it's going to get 3,000. Well, that's our lineup, folks. Let me change this now to red, so I know that that is 2101 is my balance. Oh, my cap didn't want to come off. So let me know if you're playing along, if you're spinning your wheel. If you're spinning the wheels or not. Last month I totaled this up and it was like 22,000 total for the spins, and I did 24,000. So I did 2,000 over, which, you know, and we met 2 goals already. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 I could probably easily meet in November off of this if I make all of my stitches for the month of November. So I definitely think I got to relook at some of the goal settings, but that's okay. It's okay to feel successful. That's what I, you know, easily distracted by cross stitch. So true. That's like, it's okay to have goals and feel successful. If you want to do a, hey Carla, I'm going to join you. I'm going to pick 5 whips. I'm going to do 500 stitches on each one this month. Do it with me. Why not? Have fun. Join some challenge groups if you'd like to just try it out. Check out that Earth SAL. And you know what? Have fun with your stitching. That's what this is about, is having fun with your stitching. To me, I like to plan. I like the games. I like to sit and stitch and think about, okay, I'm stitching on this, which, you know, to be truthful, November 1st, I knew I hadn't stitched on U.S. Travel Shelf. So I have been stitching on U.S. Travel Shelf this whole weekend, and I'm already close to meeting that 3,000 goal. And guess what? That's going to put me at meeting the goal for the quarter. So what am I going to do in December? I think Stargazer might get a whole month of attention in December, and Dressed Monkey possibly will get a whole lot of stitching in December. If these other goals happen, those are where my focus will be. So I hope you had fun and you enjoyed visiting me at my channel on cross stitch. I know that I have more haul I could show you. I definitely have more, but I think I'm going to save it for next time, because this video is already well over an hour and I can already hear people like, what happened? If you have silk storage and you're not sure what you want to do with your silk storage, check out my last video. It's only 13 minutes. And I use a Swiffer and a ball winder, and I wind a hank of floss into that. So check that out. And have fun. Take care of one another. Make sure you go out and vote. Tuesday is voting day in the United States, so make sure you go out and vote no matter who your candidate is. Remember, when it's all said and done, we all are neighbors and we all need to work together for our country. So vote, vote, vote. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye.